All right, lastly here, we're joined by Zamir White. If you have a question for Zamir, go ahead and raise your hand using the raise hand function. And we'll start with Lance McCurley. Go ahead, Lance.
Hey, Zamir, James, obviously you guys kind of carried the load tonight on that last drive, and then Stetson made that play. What was that moment before y'all broke huddle? And, was there some confidence you guys could move the ball this late in the game on a gassed Alabama defense?
Yes, sir. Like my mindset was just like to keep on grinding and just keep on chopping, man. Like just trusting my lineman and yeah, man, just keep on chopping and just keep on running my feet. Man, that's it, really.
All right, next we'll go to Jed May. Go ahead, Jed.
Yes, Amir, just following that up, y'all have the ball with 7.5 minutes left or whatever it was. The game's on your shoulders to go close it out with that touchdown. How much did y'all just enjoy that moment of, the game's on our shoulders, we got a chance to go shut this thing down?
I personally feel like we was built for it, like through like camp and just like the workouts we've been through and like just all the things like we just grinding for, like just everything. Like I said, like the workouts, like camp, man. Like, bro, we really work for this. And yeah, man, that's about it.
All right, next we'll go to Jake Roos. Go ahead, Jake.
Zamir, you came to Georgia, highly ranked guy, came out of the gate dealing with those ACL injuries. I guess just to see everything culminate into this moment, given the path that you've taken to get here, what's the feeling like, and reflecting on your journey, how does it feel to see it in this way?
Ah, man, shoot, man. I always say just blessed, man. Just blessed for my teammates, man, my coaches, and just being here at this great school, at this great team, man. Like, I'm just blessed to be here, man. And I just want to thank my family, my mother. Yeah, man, that's about it.
All right, next we'll go to Connor Riley. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, hey, Zamir. I wanted to ask you about Jalen Carter. What's your confidence level when you're running behind him on the goal line? What's it say about him that he's able to block field goals and play in your goal line package?
Man, he's a root, but like a tree trunk, man. Like, he don't move, man. Like, the dude is a stud. I mean, huge guy, smart guy, nice guy, man. And he's just a great person and a great player. So, yes, sir.
All right, next we'll go to Seth Emerson. Go ahead, Seth.
Ask you guys to just identify, if you could think, when the clock hits 0, the celebration, like what stands out when you think back? What moment to you stands out during your all's celebration?
The one thing that stood out to me was Stetson. Like just seeing him like just have like all of this pressure on him and just like all like the crowd noise and him just going through that and like just fighting it out and just seeing him just cry and just tears of joy, man. Like, it was really priceless, man. Like, just seeing him and just seeing all of my teammates just happy, crying, and just, yeah, man. Yeah, like, it was all great. I loved it.
All right, next we'll go to Ken Segura. Go ahead, Ken.
If you guys could go back to that fumble and just kind of what was going through your mind as that replay was going on, and just how much of a kind of a pivotal point in the game you thought the game might be that call might be at that point.
Right. I feel like we just stayed grounded, like we just like I said, we just stayed grounded and just trusted like the process and just knew that we was just gonna do what we do best and just come back from it and just keep on fighting. That's it.
All right, we'll take one more question for Zamir. Alan Cole. Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, thank you. After James breaks, I think it was like a 67-yard run that set up the first touchdown. What's kind of your mindset at that point? After you're finally in the red zone, you just had a big run break. What's kind of your mindset going on the field there once you get that first and goal, right before scoring the touchdown?
Cook, man, go score. Yeah, that's it. Really, like we gotta score, man. We down here, like, hey, man, we gotta get in there, bro. We need these points. We gotta get on the board. So, yeah, man, that's it.
All right, thank you, Zamir.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
We're now joined by Trayvon Walker. If you have a question, please raise your hand. If you do not have a question anymore, please go ahead and lower your hand. We'll go ahead first with Connor Riley. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, hey Trayvon, is there any extra significance to this win, given it is against Alabama, a team that has so often been a thorn in your guys' side? Obviously, you can't top winning a national championship, but what does the fact that you beat Alabama in this situation mean to this team?
It's just the fact that we won the national championship, we beat Alabama, and we really did it for all the people who doubted us. We worked all year for this, and we knew how good we were. We just had to prove to everybody else. But it really didn't matter what everyone else said. We always came to work. We know how hard we work.
All right, next we'll go to Daniel Tortora. Go ahead, Daniel.
Trayvon, just what you could say about, this team and just what this environment has been like in this locker room this season. And then secondly, what you would want to say to the last team that won a championship at Georgia, how you want to honor them.
This team right here, I can personally say this is probably one of the most, I have to say it's one of the most well-bonded teams that I ever played on throughout my whole sports career. And something that I'll say to the old national championship team, shoot, I really don't even know. I have to say, just go Dogs. It's legendary. It's history in the making.
All right, next we'll go to Laney Higgins. Go ahead, Laney.
Hey there. I don't know how much interaction you have with Stetson on a day-to-day basis, just given that you're on opposite sides of the ball. But, when you're seeing someone like him who really seems like he's the toughest critic on himself of anyone on the team, and I don't know how much you guys pay attention to, the criticism and how often people are questioning what he's doing. But, how cool is it to see him go out and have a game like he did today and just really fight back, even from the mistakes and help you guys get to this mountaintop?
Just out of all the adversity that Stetson has fought throughout his whole college career, then lead his team to a national championship, that's pretty big. So I just want to say congratulations, Stetson, man. You really did your thing. You kept your head down. You didn't listen to what the outside said, and we did it.
All right, next we'll go to Davis Baker. Go ahead, Davis.
Trayvon, could you just take us through your emotions on the defensive touchdown by Keely Ringo? I mean, obviously this is a defense that a lot have called historic, and to cap it off with, a touchdown that basically clinches the national championship.
I just want to say to Keely, man, that was a heck of a play, bro. And it was a lot of people that doubted him and had a lot to say about him. Also, he's just a young player. He's grew up a lot, and he showed up in a big-time game when he really needed to and closed out things.
All right, next we'll go to Jed May. Go ahead, Jed.
Yeah, Trayvon, y'all take the field with a 1-point lead with about 8 minutes left on defense. Just what goes through y'all's mind in that moment, knowing, the game is kind of on your shoulders at that point, and then to force it 3 and out, just what was kind of the mood when y'all came off the field?
At that point, everybody was just like stay composed, and we knew we had to put up the team on our back at that time and just stay grounded and keep going, because we know what we came here for. So we just had to stay down and put the team on our back.
All right, next we'll go to Mark Weiser. Go ahead, Mark.
Trayvon, Kirby was talking about some of the guys from the 2017 team that were here tonight to kind of, be able to enjoy this with you, and obviously they didn't get a chance to celebrate like that. How long do you think, obviously you guys don't think it's going to be another 40-plus years for Georgia to win another one. What is this program kind of built to do, after winning this one now and going forward?
Can you repeat the end part of that question again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Yeah,
I made myself there. I was asking kind of what is this program built for after now, winning this thing, and you guys are obviously very hungry to get that.
This is a great program. We have some great coaches, and the future it holds a lot of great things for this team, and I'm ready to see it and ready to experience it.
All right, last question here for Trayvon. Let's go to Seth Emerson. Go ahead, Seth.
Trayvon, I was wondering if you could tell us what stands out to you about the celebration when the clock hit zero, and through the whole celebration. There's one moment that you think stands out to you right now.
That moment right there, that's a lifetime experience and moment for me, for all my teammates, my family who was here. It just really meant a lot to be on this big of a stage, making plays and helping my team win a national championship and made history for the University of Georgia. It really meant something to me as a Georgia kid and just growing up a Georgia fan. So it was really exciting.
Okay, thank you, Trayvon. Our last player here from Georgia will be Jamari Salier. If you have a question for Jamari, please go ahead and raise your hand. If you do not have any more questions, go ahead and lower your hand. We'll go ahead and get started with Connor Riley. Go ahead, Connor.
Hey, Jamari, you are from this state. You could have gone pro after last year, but you elected to come back. What does this moment, winning a national title at Georgia, mean for you?
It's probably one of the most special things I've ever done in my life. Just understanding the work that it took, honestly, it's kind of one of the crazy things. It's kind of one of the crazy things, just understanding how much work, man hours and how many reps. I mean, it's kind of crazy to look back on it. And then I only got this opportunity once in 4 years, so it's even more special for me to be a senior and to be able to do it that way too. So, I mean, there's just a lot of things make it really special for me, but, God is good.
Okay, next we'll go to Ken Segura. Go ahead, Ken.
Jamari, after Stetson had the fumble and you guys fall behind, can you take me kind of maybe through a conversation you had or a huddle that maybe got you guys focused again or kind of reset your purpose?
We just kind of understood that, we needed to recenter our focus. We understood how big turnovers were in this game, and we understood that, in their previous losses, that they lost the turnover battle, and our losses to them too, we lost the turnover battle. So, we just kind of recentered ourselves, understood that turning over the ball was a no-no in this game if we wanted to be successful, and we just got back on the same page. And us as the offensive line, we wanted to try to take over the game, just kind of to make it easier on Stetson, and we wanted to do that in the second half. So.
Next, we'll go to Alan Cole. Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, I was just wondering, the first couple drives of the game obviously didn't go too well, and then you turned around the deep ball to Pickens, then led to points. Was there anything you think changed up front kind of after those first couple drives? And if yes, when do you think that shift might have happened?
I think offensive line is kind of like rhythm game, kind of like pitching, kind of like, anything else. It's 5 guys working cohesively to make one thing happen. So, sometimes it takes a minute to settle into the game. Sometimes your emotions are high. We really wanted this game. And so, sometimes you just kind of got to settle in and understand what you need to get accomplished, not let your emotions take you too far. A lot of penalties, a lot of emotional penalties, a lot of, guys kind of just getting settled into the game, getting settled into the environment because this was different, Like I said before in previous interview, this was a different environment. So, it just took us a minute to settle into it, but second half we came out rolling.
We'll go next to Drew Hubbard. Go ahead, Drew.
Hey, Jamari, I wanted to ask you about the block kick and then James Cook, really big, explosive, 67-yard run. What was the vibe like on the sideline when you have 2 really big plays back to back like that?
It's kind of at that moment, right before that drive that we kind of understood that we had to take this game over just as a offensive line unit and as the backs, we kind of had a conversation on the sideline for that drive. It was like, okay, it's time for us to take the game over. Even me at one point, I walked up to Coach Martin was like, put it on us. We want to win this game. And, that kind of sparked it off for us. It kind of got it going for us. And so, we were really excited, obviously, that he broke that big run. I'm just like, go, just run, please, run, just make it to the end zone. But, it was exciting to see him make that big run. He's been really explosive for us all the playoffs. So, yeah, it was a great moment for him, great moment for us, and it kind of sparked, what we wanted to get accomplished as a team.
All right, we've got our last two questions here. We'll go next to Jed May. Go ahead, Jed.
Yeah, Jamari, as a offensive line, y'all took the field with about 7 minutes left and, ran the clock down, came down, scored a touchdown. Just what was y'all's, I guess, mindset knowing the game was on your shoulders as an offensive line? Y'all have got to, run the ball, pick up first downs, and, milk the clock there.
We wanted to finish the game with no time left on the clock. Honestly, we wanted to run all the time off the clock, but the score, obviously made it all kind of bittersweet. So, yeah, we wanted to finish the game with the ball in our hands, and obviously, running 7 minutes on the clock is tough. But we've done it plenty of times before since my time here at Georgia. That's kind of our calling card. It's what we want to be known as, just a team, an offensive line that can finish the game, and we did. So, yeah, that was kind of our mindset, just wanting to finish the game, run the clock out, and do our job, do our justice to help the team.
All right, last question here from Seth Emerson. Go ahead, Seth.
All right, I've just been kind of asking all the guys what memory stands out from the celebration tonight. When the clock hit 0 to the whole celebration on the field, what stands out?
What stands out? So many. I haven't even really had time to sit down and process all the memories yet, but just watching that clock hit triple zeros and just all the emotions, part of me wanted to cry, part of me wanted to get excited, part of me wanted to feel a lot of different things. So just that rush of emotion when that clock hit triple zeros and just kind of processing wow, we're national champions. Like that's what guys kept saying, wow, we just won a national championship for the first time in 40-some years. So it was a special moment for me and a lot of my teammates. Me and Coach Luke shared some special moments. Yeah, it was. It's nothing like I can't really compare anything to that feeling. Maybe I'll feel it again at some point in the future when I have a child or something like that. But for now, that'll do.
All right, thank you, Jamar.
Thank you.
That will conclude tonight's post-game press conference. Thank you all for joining.